Hi F2Ps, it's Goodfellow here at f2p.com, and today we are checking out Magic Duels from Stainless Games in collaboration, I guess, with Wizards of the Coast, who own the Magic franchise, as well as Dungeons and Dragons and a number of other originally tabletop and trading card game franchises. And so Magic Duels has just been released. It's now available on Windows through Steam, and also available on through the App Store, so iPhone, on your iPads, etc., etc. But we are obviously playing the Windows client version, and we have to say that it has been a really bad launch. The game has had lots of server issues, disconnects constantly, people desyncing, and stuff that the developers know about, stuff that they're trying to handle and get to grips with, but unfortunately it has made a very bad lasting impression for a lot of people. If you kind of check out Steam, you'll see that the number of negative reviews is overwhelming. But we have to say it isn't just because of the bad launch. There's a lot of problems with this game, and we're going to highlight a few of them, as well as showing some of the good stuff, and just giving you a general all-around first look at the game. So we have played it a little bit. What we did initially is we jumped into story mode, because you pretty much have to. And what this does, actually I don't know whether I've unlocked all these now. So we had to start with Gideon, and you go through PvE PvE mode. So we'll jump into Jace, because I've not tried Jace before. I'm going to give you a little demo of how it works out. So you jump in, and we've got these little, nice artwork. The main 5 characters are 5 main planeswalkers, which are kind of really powerful wizards in the Magic lore, so Magic the Gathering lore. And this is these 5 is kind of like the origin stories of these 5 characters. Now, Magic Duels, I'm pretty sure the full title, I don't know why they never really seem to go with it, but it's Magic Duels Origins. And the previous Magic the Gathering titles that Stainless Games have done are Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers. So it's kind of following along those lines. What the story mode also seems to work as you'll see, is a tutorial. And it's constantly kind of giving you these pop-ups all the time, with everything, just constantly popping up. So what it does for the story mode is we get some set cards in a deck that are appropriate for this particular Planeswalker, for their story, the type of abilities that they could use. One of the problems with the game is, at least as far as the story mode, is that you don't necessarily know what your full deck is. Now, it may just be that these are the only types of cards that it's made up of, but we don't know. You get 60 cards in a deck. You're only really supposed to get 3 of the same, and you can't get any more than 3 of the same type of card in a deck. And obviously, this number of cards times 3 is nowhere near touching 60. So the issue you've got with the story mode is that you can't really plan ahead. Okay, you can't make any strategies in the hopes of, that big card coming out and trying to build stuff around it. You pretty much have to just play what you've got. Now, so we've never played this guy, so I don't know what any of these cards do, so we'll kind of have a little go. I might not even finish the game, depending on how it goes. But for those that have never played Magic the Gathering before, if you've played Hearthstone, you're familiar with Hearthstone. There's vague similarities, because obviously it's a TCG, but not. Magic the Gathering is considerably more complex, and I believe that they are trying to make it more casual and approachable with these kind of infinite tutorials saying, it's not that hard to learn, it's not that hard. And it's not that hard to learn. It's hard to master, because there's a hell of a lot of cards. But that's something else we'll touch on later. They've not released that many cards, to be honest, for this initial game. So anyway, whenever Ashmouth Hound blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, Ashmouth Hound deals 1 damage to that creature. Okay, cool. So every time they bring up a card that I've not seen before, it stops and I have to hit continue. So I'm going to briefly explain the different turns. So unlike other games where you just build mana up each turn, in Magic the Gathering you play land cards. So you've got islands, you've got forests, you've got swamps, and they do different things. You'll see that this card has two requirements. It needs at least one water. I presume that is a water. One water card, so one land card that has a water symbol on it, and any other card. So, you know, you could have another water one, you could have a school one, a forest one. You know, that doesn't matter too much. So, like this one, you know, that requires 3. So it requires water, but it requires any other 2. So don't be confused that it's just 2 cards. That's not how it works. But so we have these 2 water, so we can play our 2 water cards. So there we go. Boom. Put that in. And it's not a great card. So what happens is once I have put my cards down, it goes through different phases. So, well, I think they're about to attack me. So there we go. So they have the attack phase. Then you have the block phase. And this is where I can say, okay, I want to try and block that attack. Now he's going to do damage to me. What was it? Whenever an Ashmouth Hound blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, Ashmouth Hound deals 1 damage to that creature. So it's going to deal 2 damage and then also another damage. So it's just going to completely kill this mage. So I don't know. I think I'm just not going to block it. I'm just going to let it do its thing. So I would skip blocking, and then you see there's a timer. You have instant cards, which is one of the different things with the game. When someone's about to do something, you can have like these instant. There you go. So this one is an instant cast. Okay, he's going to be stacking a few of these, is he? So instant. Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into your library. Target player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into your library. Target player puts that many cards from top of his or her library. Okay. So the more cards I've got in my graveyard, like at the end of a battle, I guess that's the best time to use it. Then I would get all my cards back, and they would have to kind of take a load off the top of their thing. So they've got 31 cards currently in their library. So you know, I think presumably once you've got no cards in your library, that's how you can start beating somebody as well. Okay, so we can't really play anything else because we've not got any more land cards. So we've just got these dudes. And by the look of it, I'm going to have to block these guys and just get rid of them. Otherwise, they're just going to keep attacking me each turn. So if I attack, he's going to attack me, kill me, block me, but I will also kill him. So whatever, we'll just go with it. So I do my attack phase. I confirm I'm going to attack. That has a stop timer because it gives them the chance to do instant attacks, boosting cards, things like that. Oh, what the heck? Oh, so it just deals 1 damage straight away. Okay, so it doesn't even need to attack. Okay, brilliant. So that just kills it. So it's absolutely pointless attacking with those. I've wasted that card, and he didn't have to do anything. Yeah, okay. So when you draw a card for the first time, you can't use it to attack with, but you can use it to block with. They've got summoning fatigue, I think they call it. So he's going to take 4 damage. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to take this guy out. It's taking me a while to actually put any decent cards in there. Could be over before it even starts this. But that's the thing, you have no idea what these cards are before you draw them. You can't check the deck, you can't edit the deck. This guy's just going to keep smashing these down. I feel like I should have probably been just keeping them off until I built up more land cards, perhaps. Oh god. And now he's just going to have so many that I'm not going to be able to do anything with them. Okay, fantastic. What cards have I got? When Cerberus enters the battlefield, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay, so get some more land. What can he do? He can't be blocked. Okay, well that's good. It's not going to matter because he's about to obliterate me, I think. But whatever. So these guys are useful for blocking, but pretty much nothing else. Okay. And you can see that they've got abilities and stuff. So they've got 3 and a water card. These cards are tapped because I've used them to bring an enemy one of my cards into the battlefield. If I hadn't, they would remain untapped, and then I can use that ability to draw cards and stuff. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +2. Right, okay. So that's an enchantment aura. When they place an enchantment, they can put it onto a single card. You then get other enchantments, but I think there might be artifacts that affect everybody. Ugh, man. Say, the game, the story mode is quite heavily stacked against you, and given that you have no way to prepare for it, I think it's just luck as to whether you actually manage to win or not. And these guys are good. If I can stay alive to get my phantasmal dragons in, you know, they're pretty awesome because they're flying creatures, so they can't be blocked, and they do 5 damage each turn. So essentially, I could kind of get these dudes into the battle. What is this going to do? Creature illusion. Its source and depth. Its form is unexpected. Longing so. Okay, so I don't think it necessarily does anything. Okay. So now I think I just need to try and survive, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be that easy. Although I can defend pretty well now because these are going to be able to destroy anything that comes out. In theory. I'm thinking I should have been sacrificing my first 2 to get rid of these other ones. Oh god, okay. This creature can attack, and as soon as it comes, okay, so this is going to attack me straight away, but I can defend straight away. And because this guy is a 5/5, yes, I don't care. Pop-ups all the time with everything that you do. Okay, so he's not attacking straight away. Draw 2 cards. No, I want to get these guys out. That's what I think we need. So I think I'm gonna have to use these guys to defend for now. So I'm gonna skip my attack. I want to try and defend and clear out as many cards as I can by not attacking, playing it cool, playing it defensive, getting rid of as many as I can, and then hopefully. So what have we got here? Return target creature to its owner's hand. Okay, that's good. So I can get him out, and then I get to put. But I return it back to its owner's hand. Okay. So it goes back to his hand, but it doesn't kill it off, so it doesn't go into his library. So, I don't know. Not necessarily the best to use, but we'll see. Just trying to play it really cool here. Because these guys have got flying, so they can't be blocked, which is good. Okay, I'm just going to bring it out again. Yeah, alright, yeah, continue. So while this is all kind of going on, I think we're just kind of waiting. One of the things I don't like is that it was the game, in my opinion, is quite clearly designed on the tablet first, because the graphics just kind of look like that to me. Oh, what's this? Creatures your opponent control get -2 until the end of the next turn. Till the end of the turn. We'll save that one. So the big pop-ups and tutorial pop-ups and stuff like that, it all looks like it's been designed for a tablet. And they're just little things like you look at the jagged lack of anti-aliasing on the graphics there. It's not very good, in my opinion. But it is just my opinion. You know, she's fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Creatures your opponent control get -2. That'll be handy, that. If you design it for a client, then the graphics should be better, in my opinion. Oh, who's this dude? Haste, this creature can attack, and as soon as it comes under your control, okay, Reckless Brute attacks each turn if able. Okay. So he's going to attack as soon as he comes in. else are we getting here now? Flying, this creature can't be blocked. Okay, so if we're getting all our flying creatures out, that's good. Because we've literally can do 13 damage and it's unblockable at the moment. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And this one can't be blocked, so that's 15 damage. So we're just trying to get these guys out onto the battlefield, really. Yeah, so the graphics I'm kind of not bowled over with. Okay, who's attacking? Let's see. So I am going to block this dude with him. He does 3 damage. Oh no, because he'll kill that, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to block that dude with him. That dude with him. Now I have to be careful, because the possibility that they've got an instant card, but who knows? Who knows? No, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. It's like I said, just trying to dwindle their cards. So they can only do 2 damage, which isn't enough. It was enough? Did they play an instant card then or something? Okay. Furnace Whelp gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Okay. That's fine. So I lost. I'm not sure why I lost that card then. Okay, what else have we got? So, got Turn the Tide. That can't be blocked. Shuffle all cards from your graveyard into the library. Target player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Nah, you might as well just play that kind of close to the end. Let's draw another card. What's that give us? So we've got another Turn the Tide, which is good. And we've got another flying creature, which we can't play yet. So for now, we're just going to put out this dude. Okay. Someone separates Void Mage into the battlefield. Okay, so that dude can just attack, but he's going to block somebody, so he's going to get killed, but that's fine. Let's see what's going to happen now. So they're going to attack with that. First Whelp gains +1, so that's not enough, so I should be able to block that with no problems to this guy, and it'll kill him off. What? Why? I don't know why that did that much damage. Is that for every one of those it does damage? Right, okay, I'm presuming that's what that ability means then. So for every fire that's in place, it gets an extra +1. Okay, so of all the actual pop-ups it gives me, never mentioned that. Brilliant, okay. Well, this is just bullshit, so let's carry on playing anyway. Like I said, the game is completely stacked against you, so it's pretty, you know, if you make, I don't know how I'm going to come back from this, I'll be honest. I needed to kill these guys off very early on. So we shall just see, won't we? Okay. Well, that's quite frustrating because I would have had quite a few cards there. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Can't keep attacking because I need to use them as blockers, so it's becoming a bit of a boring fight this. So yeah, the graphics are just not good enough in my opinion. Considering that the card artwork is all pre-designed, this is all stuff from the standard Magic the Gathering decks and expansions and stuff. So this artwork has already existed for a long time, so they're not having to put that much effort into designing the cards, unlike other TCGs that are completely new and don't have a physical game. This it's not the same case here. So, oh man, there's so many fire things there. Okay, so he's going to do a truckload of damage, and for some reason I can't block with these. Oh, because it's flying. Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm just wasting my time playing this game, so I am actually just going to log out and show you the other features because it's already taken 20 minutes, and I'm going to concede the duel. Yeah, whatever. So there you go. That was a little taster of how story mode works. I think the thing that's lacking with it is that when you go through the different stages and you fight the different creatures, you get like a little bit of artwork and a narrative, but it's not even voiceovered, so it's not even somebody reading. It feels like everything to do with this game is bare bones. It really feels like that the previous games that Stainless Games have made, this is no different. It feels like for every feature that they had, they've kind of dropped one, substituted it with another one, then the next because Duels of the Planeswalker has been out from, I think, 2000 and it could have been like 2009. It's been out for a while, and this isn't really any different. They bring back two-headed giants, they drop two-headed giant, they bring it back, and which is a battle mode we're about to. I'll kind of give you an idea of what it does, but anyway, so that's story mode. Then you've got your battle modes. So you've got versus battle, play against friends or matched opponents. Solo battle, duel against randomized AI opponents. Now, randomized AI opponents, the AI isn't necessarily that great. In the story mode, it's obviously kind of very structured to what cards the enemy is going to draw. But with the AI, you earn gold by defeating them. As you can see, you've got gold at the top. You don't earn that much from playing the AI. Playing the versus battle against friends, you don't earn any gold. Playing it against matched opponents, you do, only if you win. So if you're playing a ranked game, then you don't get anything for showing up, which is a shame. I think fair enough, reward big if you're the winner, but if you go through an entire game and at the end of it you've got nothing, you just kind of feel like, well, it's kind of wasted time, and it's quite hard to kind of build gold up outside of the story mode, where all right, you get a decent amount. Other than buying gold, it's quite hard. Two-headed giant, and I'm not going to jump into it because I don't want to be pulled into a game, but this is basically a 2v2, as you can read. So it can be 2 players versus 2 AI, 2 other players, a player and an AI, different variations. The idea is that you can work together, so you can work with the other player, and you can see what cards each other's got, and you're both kind of using your different combinations of cards to defeat your other enemy. The problem is that the game doesn't have a chat function. So you're supposed to make these coordinated plays without actually being able to coordinate, which is ludicrous. I don't know whether it's an oversight or just a way that, Hearthstone doesn't have chatting in it, so we don't want chatting in it because it can, create toxic communities. That's fine, but if you're going to put a game mode into the game that requires cooperation and coordination and chatting, then unless you're expecting everybody that plays the game to have a TeamSpeak or, some other out-of-game VoIP channel, then I don't know, just stupid thing to do. Okay, so the bad stuff is a little bit of the good stuff. Creating decks. Okay, so create a new deck. You can use the deck wizard, and it will step-by-step deck building system. Or you can go with a deck builder, so you get total control over it, which is cool. You can put down different filters, which colours, costs, etc., rarity. So there's quite a lot of cards to go through here. Click, 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 and we've unlocked a couple as well. Now, as it stands, this is a very, 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 very small selection of cards that are actually available in the Magic the Gathering franchise. They have chosen to heavily restrict how many cards they put through, presumably to capitalize on when they release the expansion cards into the game and make money from it. The problem is that the kind of early base cards, and this isn't me as like some huge Magic the Gathering fan or pro. I don't know that much about the system apart from kind of the odd game that I've played here and there. As you can tell by the stacking of fire with that bloody dragon. According to everybody else, the pretty rubbish base cards that have been put into the game, they've kind of held back a lot of the cool cards. Presumably, tactically, that they've done it, which is fine, but hey ho, what can you do? So anyway, so you need to get 60 cards, and you can just randomly drag them in from anywhere. Have different colors that kind of based on your your own tactics and strategy that you're going to be aiming towards. And there you can it shows you kind of what your general mana cost is, your land cost, how many land cards you've got, different types. So you can trying to manually build it is, I'd say, difficult if you're not extremely familiar with the system and what all your cards do, because you're not really restricted by faction choices as you are in other games. So in the likes of Hearthstone, you have your class-based cards that you can use, and then you have neutral cards that everyone can use. Whereas Magic is much more open, which I think is what adds more to the complexity of the game. But one of the cool things that I do like about this game is that, say like, okay, so let's just get rid of everything for now. Say like you're not entirely sure how you want to build your deck, but I got my new Flesh to Dust card. I really want to use these in my deck. I want to. Oh, I can't have more than 3. I'm a liar. So I really want to use those cards. Oh, and I really want to use my new Bellow Lizard. But I don't really know what else to go with. You can use autocomplete, and it will build the rest of the deck around those cards, making them, these cards will be useful, and these are cards that will complement it. So I think that's a really, really good way to break players into the game without just going for a full wizard. Also adds a bit of customizability with players. You can kind of, even if you built like 45 cards out of your 60, you're like, what else shall I go for? Hit the autocomplete. By that point, for a lot of people, it doesn't necessarily matter. But anyway, we're going to quit without saying. This is a deck that we kind of pre-built. It's not much to it. It's just what it is. So you've got your different decks. Those are your different game modes. You can check out your card collection. You can see everything that you've got. So you've got all your cards here. These are some new ones that we unlocked recently by completing the first part of the story mode. When we complete the story mode, we got 3 booster packs. And at the end of the story mode, for each chapter, there is a bit of a cinematic. So kind of where it's lacking in the build-up. There's no voice acting in the cinematic, and I'll be quite honest, the graphics are pretty bad. It's like cinematic from 10 years ago that you would it's not looking great, but it is what it is. That's the thing with the game. I just feel like everything's quite bare bones. And so last but not least, here's how the store works out. You have boosters that you can buy with gold, and as you'll see, it costs 150 gold for 1 booster pack, 300 gold for 2 booster packs, 3,000 gold for 20. So there's absolutely no saving. There's no saving between buying 2 or 1. They all cost 150 gold per pack, no matter if you're buying 32 of them. So there's no point in stockpiling your gold at all. You don't get any benefit by spending more gold at once and getting more packs cheaper, which is a shame. And it's one of the things that I really don't like about the game. It's one of the many things I don't like about the game, but I think it's one of the top things I don't like. I'm always a fan of, with a lot of TCGs, of having loads of booster packs to open at once. And there's kind of an incentive that, okay, I get to do all that, and I get to save some extra gold. If I'm buying 32 booster packs at once, then I might be getting them for the price of 28 packs. It's a small saving, but it's something. Then you know, fair enough. Yeah, I can do that. I can go for it because it's like it's a double pleasure, I guess. You get a save it and you get to open all your cards. Oh, cool! Look at all these ones I've got, as opposed to just opening 6 cards each time. But you don't get that. However, if you get coins, you do get a saving. So that's kind of how the saving is made that way, and which I kind of get that if you buy more coins and you save money here, do they really want to translate it over into if you spend more gold coins that you get another saving? Well, I would say yes, because this basically benefits people that are willing to pay money for the game, whereas if you're a free-to-play account, you don't get any benefit for saving your coins. You might as well just spend them each time you get 150, and that's, for me, a shame, but it is what it is. So if you buy one, so I've got enough to buy a pack, so I'm going to buy 1 pack. Yep, confirm purchase. Purchase successful. And as soon as you bought one, you have to open it pretty much there and then. I can't go into the game. So even if I buy them, it's not like I can stockpile them. Then once I've bought one, if I close the game down and log back in, this pops up straight away. So I have to open it as soon as I buy it. So open the booster. There you go. Choo. Very underwhelming. Not really much effort. It is what it is. So there we go. Got some different cards. Fantastic. So there you go. You can check out your card collection, return to the store, and then go to your main menu. You've got quests for getting extra coins and stuff, so it's a little bit easier. But you can only earn, I believe, you can only earn so many gold coins per day. So even then, you know, your quests. I mean, I don't think they're necessarily dailies. I don't know how many you kind of stockpile at any one time, but it is what it is. So there you go. That is pretty much Magic Duels in a nutshell. I feel that they've not really added anything particularly new to the game that isn't in other systems. They've not added any new cards because it's all the cards that currently exist. If anything, the game is very streamlined, sorry, in comparison to other TCGs. In terms of features, there's not that many features, so you don't have any crafting or the ability to destroy the cards that you don't want to create cards that you do want. It's lacking. It's lacking in all places. The graphics are whatever. Look like they were knocked up in a day. And this is somebody speaking with a background in graphical design. Anyway, this wasn't doing these. It wasn't what I've always done. So I'm looking at these, and that's why I always comment on the graphics. If they're underwhelming, then that's exactly what they are. And I'll be honest, the game combined with the terrible launch, I personally wouldn't play it again. And that is my first impression, and unfortunately, a very strong, lasting impression. So if you like the Magic system, there's other Magic games out there. There's Hex, the trading card game, which is essentially very similar, I'll say, to Magic the Gathering, so much so that they were sued by Wizards of the Coast, but that's for a different video. But that has got 1 million more features available to it, and it's free to play. You've got Hearthstone, which is considerably more casual in nature, but the finesse and the detail that they've put into it shows. This is bare bones basic, and I think that Stainless Games have done the Magic the Gathering community a disservice with, in all honesty, the lack of effort I feel they've put into it. And I don't generally like to slate games that much, but I feel that it's justified in this case. There's not that much new to the game. And that's just the way it is. So whether you agree with me or disagree, please let us know in the comments. If you love the game, you tell me why. What's so good about this game? But there you go. That's just my opinion. And if you like it, then please give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll find more of our videos as and when we put them up on our channel. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter at f2p.com, or over on our official website at f2p.com. So once again, guys, thank you for watching. I have been Goodfellow. You have been you. This has been Magic Duels, and hopefully we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.